which Citrus here is.
This is part 5.
Common for tigers. One of the reasons why Jody was walking back and forth here, he likes to check out what's on the menu. But unfortunately for him, we don't feed him or snakes. We like him too much. We want to keep him around. But like I said, tigers are a predator of snakes. King cobras are a predator of snakes. And even people eat snakes out in the wild. And so if she was a wild snake, and I were to approach her, as a predator, I might grab her by the tail and start dragging her around. Or I might smack her on the face, or bite her, or kick her, or do something like that. And if I were to do any of these things, she would probably assume I'm trying to eat her. And she's going to defend herself the only means she has, which is that mouth and her 106 teeth. In the U.S., there's about 10,000 venomous snake bites each year. Of those 10,000 venomous snake bites, only 10 to 11 people die. Normally, those are from underlying medical conditions, such as they were allergic to the venom of the snake, just like you could be allergic to snake venom, or they just failed to seek treatment,
So,
which is probably not the brightest thing to do either.
it's really
But of those
different.
10,000 venomous snake bites,
So, back to the
upwards of
thing.
80% by somebody trying to do one of three things. They're either trying to catch the snake, kill the snake, or kiss the snake. Now, the kiss the snake thing does exist for a reason, and it's because a large portion of venomous snake bites happen to males under the age of 28 years, and there was generally alcohol involved. Now, I'm going to tell you, the medical professionals will tell you, and the snakes will also probably tell you that alcohol and snakes don't mix. They're not a big fan of it. I don't suggest you do it. Medical professionals don't suggest you do it. It never ends well in the first place. So it's not a very bright thing to do. And then, like I said, people trying to catch it or kill it, whether you are a professional in the field like us, who does rattlesnake removal and relocation,
Oh, crap!
trying to protect your
Bro, that snake is hissing!
venomous animals.
That snake is
Any chance
hissing!
you give yourself to get physical with the snake, you give that snake to get the chance to get physical with you. So if you want to avoid
Look
that,
at the eyes.
it's always better to call the proper people who have the resources to deal with that safely. And then the last reason why people admit that they're afraid of snakes, the I don't know fear. The answer, I don't know, was given so often to the question, why are you afraid of snakes, that there was actually a study done on it. And so a group of scientists, with the parents' permission, took some toddlers, and they put them in a room, and they gave them some stuffed animals. Stuffed lion, stuffed teddy bear, stuffed giraffe, all the cute and cuddly things that every kid wants to play with. And then they took those cute and cuddly things away, and they gave them some plastic
Look how
spiders
long the
and rubber
snake is.
snakes. And then
That
kids
snake is
lost their
so
minds.
cute.
Those are cute and cuddly. They're ugly. They're weird. And so what was determined from that study is we are born with the
Did you
natural
see
fear
that
of
bubble?
things without legs or things with too many legs. And I get it every time I go into the reptile resort to pick something under there, and I find a scorpion by my face, I don't think it's cute and cuddly, and I do not appreciate it being there. So it makes sense to me. I do have one last question for y'all. There is one animal that you have come across here at the park today that will bite for no reason whatsoever. Anybody have a guess as to what that is? Zebra? Zebra's a good guess. Giraffes don't bite. That's why they let you feed them. The lions? Well, they're not going to bite you unless you do something you're not supposed to. Capybara? Well, kind of along the same lines as a lion. That's why they got that plastic thing so you can't stick your fingers through. It's not the tigers. The rhinoceros shouldn't bite nobody. Nobody's supposed to be in there with them.
A goose?
A goose. A goose is a pretty good one. Believe it or not, it is actually, it's not the hyena. It is actually children.
Wait, oh yeah,
You are
children
more
do
likely to be
bite.
bit by a child, and more specifically, a random child, not even your own, than every other animal here at the park.
Any for you guys.
Mosquitoes are also a good guess. I get that one pretty often, so I'll give people credit if they were thinking mosquitoes. Now, Citrus here is a touching animal. So, if y'all would like to touch her, I do have some ground rules. My first rule being, you never want to touch the pointy end of a snake. As you can see, she didn't react when I waved my hand in front of her face. But if I were to touch her face, she does not like that. So do not touch her head. Next rule, you always want to avoid the tail end of a snake. She is very tail sensitive. If you detach
Okay,
the
so
tail,
I'm gonna
she's
stop
going to
this.
flick it back.
Okay,
And it
part
is
6.
totally-
Ready?
And that is
Ready.
when accidents happen. Speaking of accidents,